Good afternoon, everybody. So it is day two of NERCOMP 2018, and I actually have a favorite guest of mine in the booth with me here, mostly because we're splitting this booth. This is my co-presenter here at the booth. This is Rick Tremble. Rick is with Absolute Software. Rick, tell everybody what Absolute Software does.
Todd, Absolute Software, just to tell the story, most folks know us from our humble beginnings with CompuTrace and LoJack for laptops. We were originally primarily a lost and stolen laptop recovery company. However, boy, it's not your uncle's Buick anymore. Because we have that really privileged real estate down at the BIOS level of every Windows machine that's manufactured, over 1 billion endpoints worldwide, that allows us unparalleled visibility control and remediation capabilities of all your endpoints. So it's really a security solution that allows you to monitor your anti-malware, SCCM, encryption, and not only will we monitor those for you, with our persistence technology, we can't come off the endpoint. So even when other agents fail and are corrupted or removed, we persist. And now we'll persist third-party apps too. So if you have encryption and it's vital to your environment.
BitLocker, right?
BitLocker.
Yeah. All right.
So BitLocker, for example, if it's vital to your environment and you can't have BitLocker go down, we'll pull BitLocker down to the BIOS level with us, so that will persist on all the endpoints.
Yeah, so one of the things I really want everyone to take away from this is you're already on pretty much every computer these guys all already own, right?
If you're buying a Windows machine, again, over 1 billion endpoints worldwide, we're pre-installed in the firmware at the point of manufacture. So it leaves the factory with Absolute pre-installed. All you do with us when you purchase the software is have an activation agent, and that agent activates the software that's already in there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I actually have had personal experience with this where we've got lots of customers that run Absolute.
Certainly.
And actually, as I recall, you were actually with Avar, kind of like Envision at one point in your career.
I was.
And you ended up deciding you wanted to go to a big company and you knew Absolute, and so that's where you went, yeah?
I knew I wanted to go to a solution that I could wake up every morning and be excited to really go and provide something that gave me a sense of purpose. And security provides that sense of purpose. I know I'm doing something for my community,
Yeah.
and I love what I do every day.
Yeah, so with regard to your persistent agent, my understanding of how that works is that you have what you refer to as the Unbreakable Tether.
Correct.
And so you're in the BIOS of the computer that I just bought from Dell.
Yep.
And I buy a license for your product, I activate the software, and now my laptop gets stolen. So let's say that the guy who steals my laptop is kind of bright, he's an IT kind of person, he says, you know what, I don't want to risk that they're maybe tracking me, I'm going to pull the hard drive out of this and just put a fresh new hard drive in there, reinstall Windows. Your software isn't going to be beaten by that, right?
No, it's not. It's going to, from the BIOS level, silently reinstall and self-heal, and then call back into the console. And we'll be able to track it that way.
And you guys take advantage of a whole bunch of Wi-Fi geolocation technologies that Google has, some of which, when I talked to your CTO, he wouldn't tell me how all of it worked, because you guys have access to some data that gives you surprisingly precise location information just from the internet.
Yeah, I don't want to go too deep into the secret sauce, but essentially, if that machine doesn't even have to connect, if it's attempting to do that handshake with multiple Wi-Fi points, we're going to use those to triangulate a very precise location.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. So within the product, what do you think the most underutilized feature of your technology is?
I think one of the things that's most exciting now is data discovery. So now, because we're on all these endpoints, we're able to reach in and scan the metadata to determine if there's PII, PHI, or PFI, personal identifiable health or financial information on any of those endpoints. So you may have folks who are taking something down to a spreadsheet out of the server with a list of social security numbers. Maybe it's student data,
Yep.
maybe it's employee data, maybe it's financial information. And carbon-based creatures as they may be, they take the path of least resistance and store it in a folder on their desktop instead of leaving it in the server. So now we're able to scan all the endpoints and determine where that critical data is being stored, where it presents a threat to your environment.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff. And for those of you who have never seen the product, I'll actually check back. We're going to do another video. I'm actually going to do a live demo of this thing. It actually even establishes what the cost of that risk is on a per endpoint basis that's based on litigations that have happened and other liability incidents that have happened globally. Very powerful stuff. Well, Rick, thank you so much for taking the time.
Todd.
If people want to learn more, where do they go?
Absolute.com.
Absolute.com. Go check them out and check back on the site for some other videos. We're going to do some live demos of the product.
Thanks.
Thank you.